some people were looking at, what time is this, 9:49? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we broke as well. Interesting. Yeah, we got to find out about the adding everyone crypto boys as well.
Oh yeah,
'Cause-
my bad. Completely forgot about that.
no, that's
I'll have a look here right now while you're in the background.
because like when I go here and do it, it's like showing hello
Yeah.
people.
I'll figure it out.
For sure. I'm not sure. Maybe because the public server is just the people online, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So is Dharma all good?
Oh, yeah, no, he's fine. Right now. He's going to be on for the education and whatnot, but he'll be back.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick it off. All right, I'm about to start it up in like just 1 minute. Do the intro and whatever. So. What is good, everybody? Welcome to the Cryptoverse DAO, and today we have a treat. Coming back from Friday, we were looking for a move to happen. We've seen lots of consolidation on the hourly chart. So throughout the weekend, there was lots of volume. So let's get straight into it. Right now, we're looking at ETH, and if we wanted to, we could actually go to the Cryptoverse DAO, and let's just look at like the titles real quick of our recent videos. And I want to thank you guys for all the support on these videos. The numbers have been going up, so remember to smash that like button as well. So Bitcoin, 1 day sideways, 1 day of sideways price action, big move incoming, right? Expecting bigger move on ETH. It's more overbought. Are we in a bear flag or an ascending triangle? This is very key because we popped the first ascending triangle resistance, but we got caught on another one. So now we'll just get straight into it. We'll hide all the lines at first. Go to a larger time frame. So pretty much all we know is all that happened. We see this top on the left. It relates to this price action, right? We made that top. The bulls pushed past, engulfed this candle, used some support from here for the last effort to pass the 60 RSI and break this top again. We ended up having a doji. Next day, we wicked above all the supports. And this doji, oh my gosh, it probably mitigates this candle. If we look at this candle body, right? It shows that, and this was what I was actually looking for. I can't believe I just seen this. So this 15% candle ended up coming up to wicking. Boom! 15% came back up to the 7% retracement. That means the EVs own this candle, or the imbalance that was caused with this huge drop, and then dojied, and then this candle body actually ended up closing below it. Notice how we didn't close below this doji wick until 2 days later, and now we have our third day of descents incoming. Right now we're in the 55 on the RSI. That's not really showing me much on the daily time frame. But around the 50 RSI, we could maybe see some support. The 55 RSI is like a middle area, and it does kind of show support. So I'd say like the 55 through the 45 is like the mid-range of the RSI as well. So gonna be a pretty quick stream. The 4 hour is approaching this 40 RSI, so that is very interesting. the bears are going to need a lot of volume as we see that, these lows just keep getting higher. Granted, we haven't reached this point on the RSI yet, but if we were to come down to here and then the RSI is still trying to hold oversold or we have a nice double bottom on the 40, the bulls could have some support. Now I'm going to put some lines on the chart just so we see the ascending triangle that we're talking about. If we were to erase this price action, we could see that, coming up here, we started holding this channel, these two lines in between them as our support area. So when we broke out of this ascending triangle, we made a top on a 4-hour time frame. And it was really up to the bulls, battling to take out this top. What we did was we took out the top finally. Look at all these hours of price action. And this is what we were mentioning the other day. We went on to like a 2-hour time frame. Lots of consolidation sideways, a move's going to come. And we actually did mention it on the Friday stream. Usually you could have a breakout of this zone, be, vast or like have a impulsive move and then get corrected. Look at how 2-hour dojis come in and then this bearish candle engulfs it. Not only to stay below this zone if we extend it like this, fighting to get back in this zone, but we also have one more wick that came up just to make sure all the people that caught this short from up here or, around this area and held through this, that they came out the trade, right? As well, we got a mitigation of this big 2-hour candle by this wick, clearing it for more downside. Let me check ETH real quick. So 23,000, a strong psychological support and resistance. This wedge was trying to hold, some bullish pressure. We see the wick, but now we had a 2-hour and a 3-hour close down below it. And now we're retesting this ascending triangle. Notice how when we extend the ascending triangle, right, it popped here. This is the first thick, resistance line it broke. Once it broke this one, like if we would have held support and came back here and then came up, that would have been bullish to me. But we didn't. We kind of rejected hard. Now it's just about clearing this low on this area right here. So 2 hours near oversold already. Let's see, 3-hour. 3-hour is bouncing off the 40. Very big time frame or very big price action to start the week right here. So we got a new hourly candle. Look at this, hour butterfly doji that came in. We can see that we induced liquidity, sweep, these lows almost. Didn't get to this last one, so this low is still a low we're holding for now. Are we gonna make a lower low to here? But notice how with this new hour that came in, 40 minutes left, we came in, tested the support as a resistance. That's all that happens with trends. Trend lines, they turn into resistance if they are, strong enough. 45-minute, notice how the 45-minute did come below the 40 RSI, but as well, look at all these 45-minute divergences. It still hasn't broken yet. We'll just do it from this one, up, right? And then we see the price action going down, down, right? So it's not correlated, but with 9 minutes left in this candle, is the 40 RSI going to hold as resistance now? That's to be determined. 30-minute, same situation. 15-minute double bottom was, maybe one of your cues that you could have held. Strong ascending support retest. Let's think about it, but not enough percentage of a move for me, I'll charge my battery, got you. Keep going down, 5 minute. 5 minutes already back at the 50 RSI, giving the low time frames another some room for another dump, right? We could come back to test oversold and then really, really come into oversold with a big candle is what the bears would be looking for, unless, bulls could hold this as support. Three-minute all the way back up to the 60 RSI, the area we want to be taking our shorts at. The only question is, are we going to come back up, try to make a double top here, or the bull's just gonna blast through the water and try to get to the end of the zone or get out of the zone again. That's about it for the low degenerate time frames. If we wanted to look why this move happened or how to catch this move, I'll show you. I'm actually going to show you on ETH. That's where I took the trade on. And I was on my cousin's account. So I'll show you guys real quick. So check the play. Check the play. This is it, right? We had a little broad, a little smaller, well, I'm sorry. We had a rising wedge, correct? And we also had a smaller rising wedge right here around 1693. We took the short from up here. We were trying to see what this was going to do. We did have a little bit broader of a falling wedge on Bitcoin. But I was going with the trend. We've been bearish for a while, and a lot of coins are up right now, especially the ETH to Bitcoin pairing. So we ended up testing the top of this smaller rising wedge, falling to support. Notice how when we go sideways across it, this actually acts as a ceiling until we get to our resistance, our falling. Well, now this rising wedge support turned into resistance, a larger one, not the smaller one, right? After that, we have a descending triangle that I was preing. So coming out of this, that's the second largest wedge, right? The one I just showed. We're coming outside of it just as a descending triangle. Really beautiful. Testing that support. And then we have the what happened overnight, which is gonna pretty mind-blowing. So we come out the wedge, descending triangle breaks down, right? We come out barely, we hold a double bottom here. Double bottom pumps us right back to retest it one last time until liquidity slips. And then we put in, a little bit of a bullish divergence right here. You see how this low came lower, but the price action on this one came and held above oversold. Then you have like this holding oversold. Boom, pump back up to retest the descending triangle support. And this is at 1629. If we look at ETH now, sorry. If we look at ETH now, let's go down to the lower time frame. I have no idea what that is. Oh my god. Oh, okay, Stormy. Yeah. Okay, hold on, bro. Who played this, bro? All right. Anyways. So when we slipped, the descending triangle, you could have seen it as, well, Josh had the descending triangle, right? I had the ascending trend line. This is what happens when you slip an ascending trend line as well. Could have been a symmetrical. But pretty much we slipped it, wicked into this support zone, came back up, retested, our horizontal channel that we've been in for a while. And then pretty much just held resistance till we came out, slipped down, double bottom, back up to retest, pretty much a retest here again, but didn't quite get there. You could also say it made a lower high to this. So it made a lower low, doji, engulfing, right? And then pretty much like why I use this area as the resistance or the next support line is just because, this is the last area we're playing in. You can see, obvious support levels. And once we wicked it at support once, we held it above for 45 minutes, then we came down. Now this, bullish candle actually tried to hold above it. Notice the 45 is fighting divergences. We're fighting this oversold line, but the price action now is all lined up, right? Everything is mitigated from this low, to like even this low, because this price action has taken all the price action lows. Now, if we went back to this area on the chart, obviously, you know, look how high this area is on the RSI. Price still isn't below, you know, these candle closes. So that's something to watch. If we do look at, you know, some price action right here, we have like the 3 candles of symmetry or 4 candles of symmetry, even though this one is from the drop. When we go forward, when 4 candles are more formed, you know, on the higher time frames are the more powerful. If we just drag it across, we can see that, you know, it's pretty much right on where we're holding the support now. I don't know why that line is so thick, but hold on. I'll fix it later, but yeah, so when you have 4 candles of symmetry, they usually act as a floor or resistance. Notice how all these wicks came down, but no price action or candle closes were able to do that, or, you know, stay below there. So if we want to go lower time frame on ETH, do some degenerate trading, all divergences matter, and right now we're seeing that this top is going up, and we're seeing that from this price action to this top is going down. So a slight 15-minute divergence right there. Closing a 30-minute below this line would be pretty nice for me, but yeah, I'm just overall bearish. If you wanted to look for kind of like a falling wedge or something on this, oh yeah, it's tight. It is tight. I wouldn't even say this is a falling wedge, just because, I mean, you could do something like this. You know, that would be a little bit more of a falling wedge to me. But I'm trying to keep all the price action inside the trend lines, right? So I get the best chance to snipe a trade the opposite way, pretty much is what we do, right? We take our buys from the low, and we take our shorts from the highs. But pretty much here, I would say if this kind of channel doesn't hold, this could be a bull flag, right? We've just been coming down, making lower lows, but still, you know, holding supports from here for right now. But anyway, we kind of flip that line. It's going to be pretty brutal fall. If we look at Bitcoin, I've drawn another trend line. If you look at the first ascending triangle, remember, this is how I know we're going to short. If we slip an ascending triangle support, it induces liquidity to the downside. Here was kind of, this is what the market does as well. You know, 15-minute up, clear everything, 15 minutes down. It could be very quick, but you shouldn't be fearful of this. This is when you have your stop loss in. You should never go into this much drawdown. For profits, yes, we love it, right? We quick 15 minutes up. The only thing is, when you see that 15-minute go in your favor, you're too hype and you don't move your stop loss up and it comes and takes you out, right? So these candles are lovely. We love volatility. We shouldn't be scared of volatility. We should just, you know, remember to keep our stop losses accurate. So to wrap this one up, just to show you why Bitcoin fell, boom, slipped the ascending trend line, couldn't hold the breakout on the pretty much monthly ascending triangle. So he slipped down, right? Now, all I did was grab the next 2 support lines, wicks really, and drag them across. Just because, you know, we want three kind of wicks to make a strong trend line, but I want to encompass the whole trend. Like this is a resistance point where I know if it breaks, it'll induce a lot of volume. If you want to do a closer trend line, we could just boom, move it up like that. Find a new 1, 2, 3 points. Actually change it up a little bit. I did a clone, so it's the same. It's around the same angle, but we could just, connect and find the next main point. So we're battling in between these two lines right now, or this kind of like broadening channel. It's all up to the 40 RSI and the resistance. New 45-minute candle, we would expect, maybe a resistance test or a support test to come in on any new candle time frame. This means 15, 5-minute, 1 hour, or daily. We have a 4-hour close coming in 30 minutes. This is why we love this stream so much. What a great time to have a stream. 4-hour close. We see that the 2-hour secured the down. The 3-hour, which they all close like an hour ago or 2 hours ago, right? Secured the down. The 1 hour hit the butterfly doji. Looks like we might have another doji coming in. Well, actually, I wouldn't say another doji coming in. I expect, since this 4-hour has to close, if we could close inside this resistance or below these wicks will be the key. Below these wicks will be the key. That's for the 4 hours. So if we go down to the 30-minute, we just had the close. 30-minute dojis just come in with the upside, with the downside. Even if you're taking trades from right now, like this is what you have to do. Box it in. If you're taking longs, it's below the ascending trend retest. If you're taking shorts, you should try to look for a wick that retested this resistance or came back up. So that's pretty much how you box in the zones. And I want to thank all of you guys for tuning into the stream. Thank you so much for showing out and coming through on the daily and dropping us that knowledge. The only place we get live updates on all things crypto is right here in the Cryptoverse DAO. Meme coins coming up, not yet, right? NFTs, education, and leverage trading. Yes, it's crazy, bro. So go ahead, smash that like button, and it's your boy Simon Says. Oh. All right, wrap it up. What we think? What we thinking, y'all boys?
I'm still maintaining my bearish outlook. I'm still waiting for that 10K Bitcoin.
A Taurus. That's why it's not gonna get to 10K. You feel me?
let me maintain my dreams.
No, I'm praying with you, my guy. I'm praying with you. It's just like they wouldn't do it. Like, is there that much fear left in the market? Like, who is left? Here, I'll pull up this.
Well, I don't know. With all this stuff with the Bitcoin that possibly could be being pushed back into the market. Yeah, that, and then also the recession and all the continued inflation, and in addition to that, just like we're still seeing contagion. It's I don't know. It's one of those things where it could be a perfect storm where in the next month we're going to see if 10K Bitcoin is viable or not. I would say even probably sooner than that maybe, but that's going to be showing, like, if it's going to hit 10K, it's going to show this month. If it's not, it's going to show this month.
Yeah, I feel that. Because the August, September, November. Yeah, I think the next rally, like, I think that's hard to tell, bro. It's really hard to tell. I say within this month, you feel me? We just got a monthly close. We didn't even look at that. Probably should have.
I mean, we're covering sort of the monthly closes that are not in the news, sort of. But it's one of those things where, you're just gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. This has been the worst bear market ever. So I wouldn't be really too shocked if it lasted another 6 months. I wouldn't be too shocked. But I'm also not going to be too crazy surprised if next month a fucking, bull run happens. Because it's crypto.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We went FA6 perfectly on this retracement from 3K. It's pretty crazy.
Especially with the ETH merge coming up, Is it going to happen? Is it going to be delayed for another, 50 episodes of Dragon Ball Z? Find out next time,
Oh my gosh. What the fuck does this mean on the weekly? We didn't even test the tops in none of the weeklies candles. Like, is this a doji? Nah, that's not. Is it? It's too big to be a doji for me, bro. I'd say we went to the open, 22.5, this weekly open, and then we test that as a support. Probably take out my position around there. Look for next one. 45-minute candle going burr, new 45. Just like we were saying, kind of held this double bottom.
I don't know. We're going to be seeing a lot of testing. And then I would say probably in the next 10 days or so, we're going to see a lot of testing. See, how viable is that? Is it going to drop? Because right now, I'm really seeing it drop down to 19. If 10K isn't happening,